Type 1. The show-off Muslim. Here is something that will genuinely stop you. The Prophet ﷺ was once asked what he feared most for his ummah. The companions expected him to say the Dajjal, or major sins, or the enemies of Islam, but he said none of those things. He said, "The thing I fear most for you is minor shirk." They asked him what minor shirk was. He said, showing off. Think about that for a moment. The Prophet ﷺ, who saw what was coming for this ummah, looked at everything he could have warned us about, and he pointed here, to this, to the salah that was really performed for the room, to the fasting that was mentioned just a little too casually in conversation, to the generosity that somehow always had a witness. And then he told us exactly what Allah will say to those people on the Day of Judgment. Go to those you were showing off for in the world, see if they can reward you now. But it does not stop there. The Prophet ﷺ described the first 3 people to be thrown into the hellfire, and when you hear who they are, something inside you shifts. The first was a man who was martyred in the path of Allah. The second was a scholar who taught the Quran his entire life. The third was a man known for his extraordinary generosity. Not criminals, not people who abandoned the deen, people who by every external measure were among the best of us. But on that day, each one of them will be brought forward, and Allah will ask them, "What did you do with what I gave you?" And each one will answer proudly. The martyr will speak of his sacrifice, the scholar will speak of his knowledge, the generous man will speak of his giving. And Allah will say, "You lied. You did it so people would call you brave, so they would call you a scholar, so they would call you generous. And they did. That was your reward." Then they will be dragged on their faces into the fire. This is not a story about bad people. This is a story about people whose worship lived on the surface, performed for an audience they could see, rather than for the one they could not. So here is the question, and I want you to sit with it honestly. If no human being would ever find out, no family, no community, no one, would your salah look exactly the same? Would you still fast? Would you still give? If the answer hesitates even slightly, you already know what that means.
Like this video and follow for part 2.